What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to JohnnyKpicks, and you know what time it is. I'm going to go over all my bets that I placed so far for UFC 272, Covington versus Masvidal. Now, don't forget to hit that like button, make friends with that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss out on any of my new videos or any live streams. So before I jump into my bets from last week, I just want to let everybody know me and Cody from Blood Money MMA Bets are going to do a live stream tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. So if you're bored and not doing anything, feel free to come hang out with us while we go over our picks and predictions for UFC Vegas 272. I know last week we were going to do it, but we had some technical issues, but I think we worked out all the kinks and we should be good to go. Okay, so last week's bets for UFC Vegas 49 was pretty good. I ended up hitting 5 out of my 8 bets, although I did have 2 separate bets on Alvarez, so technically you can say 7, but if you want to say 8, I'm cool with that too. And I ended up winning 4.51 units profit. So we're on a nice little winning streak the last 2 cards, but let's see if we can keep this gravy train with biscuit wheels moving, and let's go over my bets for UFC Vegas 272. The first bet I have is my only underdog bet of the night. I bet 1 unit on Negumereanu to win, and I got that at plus 130. So first off, I think this betting line should be flipped. I really think Nick should be the favorite, and there's definitely value on the Nick side right now. To me, Kennedy isn't that great of a fighter. I know he's really big for the light heavyweight division, but he's really slow. He's a little timid as well. And honestly, I just favor Nick's style a little bit more. He's going to be the more aggressive fighter. He's going to be pushing forward. He does have really good wrestling, and he's really good in the clinch up against the cage. And I do think eventually Nick's going to be able to get that takedown. And once that happens, I think it's either going to be a ground and pound knockout finish or maybe even a submission. So yeah, I'll take Nick at plus money all day. But I'll be honest, if Nick was the favorite, I'd probably pass on this fight. Next bet I have is an over-under bet. I bet 1.25 units on the over 2.5 rounds in the Jacoby Oleksiejczuk fight, and I got that at minus 110. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of shocked that that line was at minus 110. And once I placed that bet, I think I looked back maybe an hour or two later on DraftKings, and that line's not there anymore. So I don't know if that was maybe a mistake or what, but I'm gonna take full advantage of that one. But both guys are super tough, and I don't see a finish whatsoever in this fight. I know both guys have a lot of knockouts on their record, but if you go back and look to see who they knocked out, they are lower level fighters, so I can see why they did knock them out. But these 2 guys are pretty good. They're really tough. And like I said, I'd be shocked if one of them finishes the other. The third bet I have ended up being my 2-fighter women's parlay. So originally I had Fiziev in this parlay, but that fight got canceled because Fiziev got COVID. So I have a 1 unit bet on Agapova and Rodriguez to win, and I got that at plus 106 now. So with Agapova, as I said in my previous video, there's really bad blood here, and I think she's the better fighter in this matchup, and I think she's going to be on a mission, and she's going to dominate Moroz. She's the better fighter, she's the better striker. The only thing that I might get worried about is if Moroz takes her down and maybe submits her, but I don't see that happening. I do think Agapova is going to get the finish maybe in the 2nd or 3rd round. And with Rodriguez, this is going to be a classic striker versus striker matchup. I do think Rodriguez is the better striker of the 2. But I will say though, if Jan wants to try to go take her down, it may make things a little bit closer, but Rodriguez does have pretty good takedown defense. But either way, Rodriguez is the better striker, and she should win this fight. The next bet I have is another 2-fighter parlay. I bet 1.25 units on Holland and Spivak to win, and I got that at plus 106. So Holland is one of my no-brainer picks of the card, and I do not see any way he loses. He's back at welterweight. He's going to be the taller fighter. He has the longer reach, and he's going to be the better striker. And I'll be honest, I'm just not that impressed with Oliveira. I think he's been on the decline for a while now, and I really think this is a get-right win for Holland, so I don't see how he loses this fight. And with Spivak, honestly, this is my second no-brainer of the night, and a lot of people are picking Hardy, and I totally get it. Hardy is very powerful. He can knock him out in one punch just like any other heavyweight, but I don't know what everyone else is seeing that I'm maybe not, because Hardy isn't really that great. Like, he has about 2 or 3 minutes of cardio, and that's when he's the most dangerous. And after that, he just fades. And let's be honest, once Spivak does get him taken down, it's gonna be over from there. And Spivak is definitely the better fighter overall. He might not have the power that Hardy has. I don't see how he loses this fight unless he does get caught with Hardy's punch, which he does throw wildly, mind you. So again, I see Spivak getting the takedown and ending it very shortly after that. And my last bet of the night is a 3-fighter parlay. I bet 1.25 units on Jacoby, Nurmagomedov, and Holland again, all to win, and I got that at plus 135. So with Jacoby, he's going to be the bigger fighter, and I also do think he's going to be the better striker in this matchup. And that's mainly because he has a little bit more weapons with his punches and kicks. Oleksiejczuk is mainly just a boxer. He only really uses his hands. And if Jacoby can keep his range, I don't see how he loses this fight. And with Nurmagomedov, again, he's going to be the better fighter. He's going to be better at striking. He's going to be better on the mat. And again, he's a really big favorite, but I don't see how he loses this fight either. And with Holland, I'm going to sound like a broken record again. He is the better fighter. He's the better striker. And again, I don't see how he loses this fight. Oliveira has been on the decline his last 4 or 5 fights, and this is a get-right fight for Holland here. Alright guys, so those are my bets so far for UFC 272. Thank you everybody for watching. Be sure to check back in the comments of this video on Twitter or Instagram for any added bets that I make for this weekend. Good luck to everybody and their bets that they make. And until next time, happy fight night.